So that was Child's Play and Spider Baby. Which of the two, Jim, did you prefer?
Well, if it's not super obvious by my comments, I preferred Child's Play, but Spider Baby was definitely an interesting watch. How about you, Patrick?
Yeah, this is a virtual tie for me. Again, this is more like a Frankenstein audition situation where, and in this case, I don't like either of these movies nearly as much as those two movies, but, it's a virtual tie for these guys. So I'm going to go with Spider Baby, just kind of on the grounds of I haven't really seen other movies like this. I mentioned the Herschel Gordon Lewis movies, and sure, but this is a competent Herschel Gordon Lewis movie, and I've never seen one of those. And then with the Child's Play, there's other Child's Play movies, some of which are actually pretty good. So, because there's the uniqueness isn't there. Mm-hmm. And that's not the movie's fault, of course. But if I have to make a decision on which one I preferred watching, that's why I'm going with Spider Baby.
Fair choice.
So, Jim, how does this work in your eyes as a drive-in double feature?
I actually think it works out pretty well. I think they both have, though their stories are vastly different, I think they both kind of carry the same themes in that comedy horror comedy realm. And I think that would make them a really good fit to be played alongside each other. I just don't know which one I would want to come first. And I think Spider Baby I'd want to see first in a drive-in, because Child's Play is a little faster paced, and the things in it are a little more outrageous in terms of effects and action and the things that comes out of the doll's mouth.
Okay, with the language and stuff.
Yeah.
There's no rape in Child's Play, though.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyways, in response to that, I'm going Spider Baby comes second, and the reason being, well, first of all, this is classic drive-in stuff. This is the type of movie, other than 50 sci-fi, that I think of when I think of drive-in. I think low budget, potentially disturbing as hell kind of stuff. And what you have here is, first of all, I agree that this is a good double feature. Although I'm going to push back on Child's Play being kind of a horror comedy, because even though I was chuckling a good deal, I really don't think it is. Mm-hmm. But these two movies consecutively, Child's Play is this horror movie that's pretty effectively scary and suspenseful, and it has great effects. And it's got a great performance by Brad Dourif, mostly through voiceover. And then you get to Spider Baby, and you're right, it is slower. Though it is slower, it's darker in its themes, even though it's more comedic than Child's Play. Yeah. It's also a lot sillier. It's campier. Even though the original Child's Play has some camp to it, albeit perhaps unintentionally, just by virtue of Killer Doll. But I do think these movies complement each other because A, they're both pretty good. B, they're, of the same genre with a slight comedic edge to them. More slight with Child's Play, more overt with Spider Baby. So, yeah, I think they work well.
For me, it was a tough choice for what to put first or second in my mind, because there are so many things in Spider Baby that are kind of like that midnight movie aspect.
I will put it this way. Even though Child's Play is more violent and more graphic and has worse language, Brad Dourif swearing up a storm and everything, I think I would rather have a child watch Child's Play than Spider Baby. I think both movies are going to give them nightmares. Yeah. I think if they're actually paying attention to Spider Baby, it's going to be more disturbing to them. Although Child's Play is tailor-made for children's nightmares, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because I don't know, 'cause I found Spider Baby less scary, I guess, just more disturbing.
Well, yeah, because it's older and it's, a little campier, a little goofier.
Well, yeah, I really just found it disturbing, and all the familial stuff and the eating.
Yeah,
of the bugs
incest,
and
rape, cannibalism, be they implied or pretty overt. That stuff's more disturbing than anything in Child's Play, potentially.
Yeah. Well, then when Chucky's face melts off and he's coming down the hallway, that was
that's just
disgusting.
An image. Kids can take that. Kids can take that.
Take it, kid.
No, we need more. That's something that I really appreciate about Child's Play, is that it's a movie for adults. It's an R-rated horror movie. Mm-hmm. But it's only in the 80s could that type of thing appeal to kids, even though it scared them out of their minds. It's things like Freddy Krueger and Chucky. These guys had an impact on children, and you don't see the killers and the strangers, Dollface and those people having a big appeal with kids of 2008,
But yeah, it's just really neat that they made a horror movie about a kid's toy. and that there's a kid in the movie. As a kid, you can place yourself in those shoes, I guess. I don't know. It's really interesting.
And unfortunately, no, I agree with you. I love that they made a movie about a killer children's toy. I think it's just unfortunate that it spawned, Leprechaun and all this garbage.
Yeah.
Puppet Master, demonic toys, all that shit.